and all the hipsters, all the, those chubby green-haired tundra Wookiees. They want to have abortions, but no one will sleep with them. Those. You're doing it because you're a filthy communist, and you're trying to unravel our society. We're back with the Kevin Downey Jr. podcast. Be free, stay free. Am I alone? Clearly not. Who's with me? KDJ, who is that cat? This is my wonderful friend and fellow patriotic comedian, Mike Keegan.
Hello, Mr. Downey.
How are you, sir?
Good, very good.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me.
As always, the pleasure and the privilege is mine. It's mine, all mine. There's a lot What's that? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I heard a voice. There we go. Never mind. Sorry. So there's a lot going on, Mike, and I wanted you to come on because it's fun. It's more fun to make fun of Antifa alone, and we're going to be doing a little of that. We're going to talk about a lot of things. First of all, I want to get your take on this. So you know these Decepticons, the transgenders?
Oh, I know those.
I call them Decepticons.
I've met a few of them, yeah.
Yeah, so look at this. They're fighting with ICE. They're fighting with ICE, these chicks with dingles. They want to fight with ICE. And this is, of course, in Portland where they get away with this stuff. But it says here the DOJ has charged a Transimobob for allegedly, you got to say allegedly, attacking a federal police officer during an Antifa-affiliated direct action, blah, 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 blah. Now, Mike, we're going to look at some Antifas fighting later.
Yeah.
Let's just give me your opinion now. A Transimobob here who wants to fight a cop who's been trained, an ICE agent. Who's going to win that?
You know what? It's going to be the Transimobob because you never know. Because only female officers can frisk female.
Yeah.
You don't know. What are you? I don't know. We don't know where to put you. What jail to put you in.
Yeah.
Obviously they're weaker physically, but all the cards are stacked against the ICE agents.
Exactly. And you know what? I'm seeing. Well, we're going to watch some in like the third segment. We're going to watch Antifa get pummeled because it's always funny.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing that the ICE agents who finally get to fight back, some of them are being punished.
Oh, and they are being punished. Did you see the one ICE agent and the one Antifa was screaming in his face, "What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?" And they pepper sprayed him. He goes, "My name's Sergeant Pepper."
Yeah.
They pepper sprayed the guy.
Sergeant Pepper. Oh, I forgot to get that one. That's one of my favorites. Sergeant Pepper.
Yeah. Oh my God! Because now they can fight back. It's amazing.
You're right. Under Joe Biden, what would happen if they fought back, Mike?
they wouldn't even be able to fight back.
No, they'd be unemployed.
Yep.
They'd be unemployed.
They'd be unemployed like the Antifa.
Like the Antifa, yes. They might even join Antifa. Man, I lost my job. Better go join them. So, this is going to be hilarious because, you know what? I mean, I don't think I don't think they know how to fight.
Yeah, they don't know how to fight.
I'm not seeing a lot of transgenders win these fights.
Yeah. But they didn't become freak shows because they were the cool kids in high school that played football. Yeah. It was like, they're not fighters. You know
what? They're actually, if you think about it, they're a step below comedians because almost every comedian I know has dealt with some heavy bullying over the years, but not to the point where I was going to chop off my penis.
I came this close one time. Yeah.
There you go. I almost did, but I was like, it's a...
Well, you know what? Let me just write a street joke real quick now.
Yeah. Do I want to write a joke about this, or do I want to cut off my twig and berries?
Yeah.
Get back to you on that one. So another Antifa, we're going to talk about Antifa a lot today, decided to go to Spain. One went to Spain, and one went to, I think, Norway or Denmark. One of those places with pretty blonde girls. I forget which one, because it had, I say it because I don't know its pronouns, but it has dual citizenship. And now, Mike, why are they suddenly taking off? Because they were running the country under Joe Biden.
Yep.
What happened between last year and now that made these Antifa skanks think we better get out of Dodge?
You know what happened? There's a human being behind the desk in the Oval Office and not the auto pen.
Absolutely, baby.
And they can't run free and do everything haphazardly. And it's amazing.
It's wonderful. Folks, I'll remind you.
They have dual citizenship and dual genders. That's what they have now.
At least two.
Yeah.
It was at least two.
Oh, yeah.
But I've got something on that coming up. Speaking of Decepticons, I got the story we'll do next will come from that. But they're running away. No, I want to remind you, when Joe Biden took office, 50% of all the Antifa skanks and the BLMers had their federal charges dropped because, well, Biden didn't want to send his army to jail. But those days are gone. Those days are gone, Mike. I see a lot of these pig people getting arrested, and do you think they'll learn?
They're not going to learn. They're not going to learn.
Now, let me ask you, why do they think they can get away with it? Is it because they did for so long?
Because they like to talk about everybody else's privilege. They've had the privilege for so long that they could just do whatever they want without any consequences. And you see them, they scream and they cry when they start getting arrested because they're like, oh, I thought we were immune to all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And I hope they do learn, but they're not conditioned to learn.
They're not conditioned to learn. You know what it is, folks? And this is, I'm not even making this up. This is absolutely true. Almost 99% of these clowns, these Antifa clowns, come from wealthy families. And have you known anyone really rich? I have known a few people, and they all had one characteristic, which was, I don't know the meaning of the word no. No one's ever said it to me.
That's the thing. It's, and a lot of these people, especially in New York City, they're all transplants from the Midwest who came from a pretty wealthy family. And trans, you can't say trans. They're transplants in the city. They came from a pretty wealthy family in the Midwest or somewhere, and they didn't get along with their dad because he made them go to church or do chores. Now they want to come here and elect a socialist to be mayor. Like it doesn't. That's what it is. There's always one who wants to dye their hair pink and become a barista.
Become professional barista to you, comedy boy. Professional. You know what? I think the word barista was always too fancy a word for someone who makes coffee.
That's exactly.
You know? I mean, janitor, maybe it's just because the word has a really bad, well, I'm in the custodial arts.
That's right.
But janitor has a bad ring to it. I'm a barista.
Yeah, if you're mad at your dad, date a minority like we used to do in the 90s. That's what we did. We didn't ruin an entire city.
There you go. That'll teach the old man.
Yeah, that'll get him upset.
That'll teach the old man to do that. That's actually, there's more truth to that than you at home would realize, folks. It's hitting on something quite clearly there. Now, let's. How much we got time? Yeah, we got time. I wanted to ask you a lot of things, Mike. Let's do this. Trump. So no one has really caught on to this because of Trump's big peace deal. Everyone's talking about that, but he blew up another drug boat.
Yeah.
Now, some people are saying, Katie J, you're with the party of peace. What do you think about that? Well, I think I'm actually in the party of pieces then, because when it blows up into 1,000 of them, when they reduce these narco-terrorists to fish bait, I think that's hilarious.
I think it's hilarious because that's less fentanyl that's coming in to kill our kids.
Absolutely.
That's who we're blowing up. Yeah, that's the only way we're going to get them. And then I see all the lefties. Well, how does he know it's not just a fishing boat? Shut up.
Exactly. Well, fishing boats aren't usually going 90 miles an hour across the water starting at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you, Mike, if you were a narco-terrorist and your boss said, hey, Mike, I know we lost 4 boats in a row. None of them are making it from Venezuela to the drop-off point, but you got to go, amigo. Wouldn't that maybe think, when you think about retiring from the
I'd say no bueno. No bueno.
You know those guys are getting sweating going, oh, God. Arriba, andale.
Those are more. It's the Antifa people are starting to learn that they can't get away with their stuff. They're going to start being afraid to come over here. It's working. Like the formula is working.
And keep in mind, folks, we're with my wonderful friend Mike Keegan here, comedian extraordinaire, patriot extraordinaire. Now, Mike, I was looking at this guy. He's a senator. He went down to El Salvador to talk to his Maryland man friend, Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Now, these clowns are trying to bring back the narco-terrorists, the human traffickers. Trump is blowing them up. Is this an 80-20 thing? Is it more like a 99 to 1 thing?
It's a 99 to 1 thing.
I love it. Folks, I will never get tired of several things. Number one, watching cops beat up Antifa. That's in the third segment. And number two, I will never get tired of Trump blowing up narco-terrorists. And then hearing them scream at the left, screaming, stop blowing up the narco-terrorists. People don't realize this. That we were losing roughly 80,000 people a year just to fentanyl, not even ODing on the cocaine, like we used to do in the comedy days when there was good cocaine. When you take a little too much, they have to take you to the hospital. Or just drop you off in front of it, really.
Exactly. Yeah. They're not going in.
They're not going in. There you go, Katie J. No, the front door, the sliding one that's open. Yeah. You head there. Mike, I'm going to ask you this 4 times today. Where can people find you online?
Hey, you can find me on Facebook, Mike Keegan, Instagram at Keegan Comedy on Instagram, and all my dates and stuff are on there.
Nice. Are you anywhere this weekend?
This weekend, I'm actually off this weekend. This weekend is, and then I'm going to be at Governor's a couple days in November. So I'm at Governor's pretty often. They might even call me this weekend. So.
Nice. I'm going to be in Shippensburg, folks, Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, this Friday at Parks Casino with the lovely Jessica Collazo.
Nice.
That's Jessica,
I know her.
if you say it in Spanish.
Exactly.
That's how they say it in Spanish. I don't speak Mexican, but I picked up a little hanging out with Collazo. And, yeah, she doesn't really speak a lot either. But there you have it. Now, let's talk about this, Mike, and I've got a million things. So someone actually said to me, and now I do wear a cross. Am I like a diehard Christian? No, of course not. Of course not. And I'll tell you, folks. I mean, you can be dedicated to your religion and maybe tour the country doing comedy shows and drinking too much. And I may have done that at various times in my life. But someone actually
said, looking in the mirror.
Someone said to me, the left tries to use our values against us. Well, if you're a good Christian, you would hate to see narco-terrorists getting blown up. And I said, you know what? I guess I'm a better American than I am Christian, because I think it's hilarious. Do you think God gets mad that we're blowing up these idiots?
No, that's what he made them for.
There you go. Absolutely. Folks, I'm telling you, man, because I had someone on our side get mad at me. It's really mean. I said, no, they're killing 80,000 people, many of them kids. Remember, folks, sometimes fentanyl comes wrapped up as a Xanax. The kid doesn't know he's taking fentanyl, and he or she die. Uh-oh, hold on. Hold that thought. We've got to go to a commercial right now. We'll be back.
Robert Cornicelli doesn't write for attention. In What is White, Cornicelli exposes an uncomfortable truth. Whiteness isn't an identity, it's a weapon, one used to divide us, while the system thrives on guilt and control. It's for everyday Americans ready to push past guilt, question the lies, and reclaim who they are. Proceeds support the Veteran Recovery Coalition, helping veterans rebuild their lives. What is White? Available now.
Who broke the television?
Can we laugh at that? Sounds a little mean.
As of this week, public gay sex will now be mandatory.
Am I the only one that sees lips moving?
Cheekbones, baby.
I'm sorry, maybe I overreacted.
Corporate transfer, fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
Hey, fellow patriots, it's Cindy Gross here, host of Right for America, from your favorite place, the America First Warehouse. You've seen me show on my show so many products from this country's #1 most patriotic manufacturer with close to 400 products. You need to exchange the products you use in your house to this company and make your dollars count in our country.
Freddie Rubino here at the America First Warehouse. I'm inviting you to the live taping of the Not So Newlywed Show. Just click on the QR code right above my shoulder and you can get tickets. Live taping of the Not So Newlywed Show. Drinks, snacks, it's a great time. We'll see you there October 18th.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
Again, holy moly.
Corrupt judges, broken families.
my wonderful friend Mike Keegan.
Hello.
Mike, would you say between you and I, we know all the let's just say MAGA. We're not even conservative MAGA comics on Long Island and even in the city.
Even in the city, there's fewer of them in the city, but definitely the ones on Long Island. We all stick together. We all
absolutely
our little text threads.
Absolutely,
we talk common sense.
You know, and during the 2016 election, I had so many comics in the city come out to me as MAGA. But
it's unbelievable, and they still really haven't come out. Even after he got elected, there's still some that you would be pretty surprised.
Oh, when I say come out, it was like a gay dude in the 50s in a small town in Indiana. Hey, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody, but I'm MAGA. Don't tell anyone. I don't want
my boss to find out.
I don't want But oh yeah, tons of them. And you know what? I will tell you this, and I'll tell you on the commercial. One of them, who was the biggest whiner, would call me panicking, threw me under the bus in a green room. We're both in Las Vegas. We're supposed to hang out. And someone from NBC wrote an article suggesting that I might have been inside the Capitol on January 6th. Allegedly.
Preposterous.
Allegedly. And he was just like, and it came out that weekend, and he was crosstown, we're supposed to hang out. And he was in the green room like, man, Downey's gone crazy. See what he did? He's an insurrectionist. He's a domestic terrorist, allegedly. And all he did was go, yeah, you guys are right. A friend was there and said, yeah, well, he's lost his mind.
Oh, my God.
And he used to call me, we're going to fix this, right, Kevin? KJ, we're going to fix this. Yeah, I think so. But when he had the chance to stand up for me,
he did not.
Right under the bus. Way to go. I'll tell you, you probably know him.
Yeah.
You probably know him, and I will tell you his name later on. Right. But we've got so many other things to talk about that are way more fun. Way more fun. Now, we won't do that one. Let's take it. Well, we can talk about the New Jersey election. I think Chitterelli's going to win. Now, this Mikey Sherrill chick at a debate said, you killed tens of thousands of people. You killed tens of thousands of people. And he's suing her for that because you can't just say stupid things like that. That's not...
Words have consequences.
And she's talking about something being involved with the pharmaceutical industry. Well, look at this. We just found out. Came out today. Looks like Mikey Sherrill, she's a Democrat running to be governor. She took in more than 25,000 clams in campaign donations from pharma giants accused of supercharging the opioid crisis. Basically, she took money for doing, basically what she accused Jack Chitterelli of doing. She said, oh, you help with this opioid crisis. You do tens of thousands of people. She took money to stop talking about it and maybe even to attack.
The chickens come home to roost, and you've seen it with a lot of these people. They're all hypocrites.
Yes.
Look at Letitia James. She's got her fugitive grandniece staying at her house. Like they all think they're above the law.
Mike, you identify as a straight white male, correct?
I do.
What do you have any grand nieces or nephews? I don't think I know what that means.
Exactly. I know. This is true. That was the headline, but now you mention it. Yeah, I never heard somebody described as a grandniece.
I've never. Yeah, that's must be a Southern thing.
You are right.
Yeah. So
the usual suspects.
Dirty indeed. Dirty Tish buys a house. Says it's my primary residence, even though I'm the Attorney General or DA, whatever she says, of New York State. I guess that's Attorney General. And so, yeah, because she'll save a little money.
Yeah.
And then lets her grandniece. Now, here's another thing. What's the age gap in her family? Because that woman looks to be about the same age as her grand aunt.
Yeah. I think they have kids very young, though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, but a grandniece.
Grandniece, yeah. You know, I didn't even think of that until just now. Never heard of that term before in my life.
I think they made it up. I think it's some creepy incestual thing. I don't know, Southern thing. I mean, I don't know. But letting her live there, and the grandniece got busted. So this house is in Virginia, right?
Yeah.
It's in Virginia, and the grandniece gets busted in North Carolina. And she just bolts on a parole violation. So they got warrants out for her. And so now, Dirty Tish is not only accused of lying on the forms, mortgage fraud, kind of what she sort of accused Trump of doing. Now she's harboring a fugitive.
Yeah.
Now, Mike, you and I went to a law school, right?
Yes, this is correct.
Now, I'll be honest, I didn't really go, but that sounds filthy to me. Is that something they can nail her on?
Sounds like something it should absolutely be nailed on.
I agree. I think she should be nailed on that, and I think she probably will be. But you know what the funny part is?
And then she's crying about weaponizing the justice system. Now you're a criminal. You're breaking the law, for God's sakes.
Yeah. And here's when you know, folks, here's when you know they're in trouble. When a politician is in trouble or coming up through the ranks, they all do the same thing. First stop, go to the churches. When you're on your way up, go to the church, say some nice things, drop some God this, I love God, and you'll get some people on your side. But when you're going down, Eric Adams was in church, one church or another, every Sunday for the past year.
Yeah.
And they're just, I'm a black man. They're coming to get me because I'm a black man. And now she's doing that. Well, because I'm a black woman who, no, you're a criminal. Yeah. You did this. You did this, you filthy Marxist stain.
Yep.
You did it, and we know it. And you know what? And it was a guy from, you remember Crazy Eddie?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Folks, you'd have to live in the New York tri-state area. Tri-state would also mean Connecticut and New Jersey. But those commercials are Crazy Eddie.
Yep.
He was huge.
He went down. Yeah, he went down.
Yeah, and he went away because he was pulling all sorts of scams.
Yeah.
This guy's name is Sam Antar. He's the one who just found what Dirty Tish was doing. Trump had nothing to do with it. Had nothing to do with it. But you'll notice everyone who went after Trump has some dirty laundry.
Yep.
Fannie Willis down in Georgia, she got thrown off because she was overpaying her boyfriend, who was like one of those, they call them ambulance chasers.
Yeah.
But now he's going to take down the former president of the United States. And was wildly overpaid. And he and Fannie Willis went to cabins. Yeah, we rent cabins, so. And that one's done. That one's done. But you know what I hate? I never thought it would get this bad. Mike Keegan,
yes.
My friend Mike Keegan, patriotic comedian, where so many judges don't care about justice. Just get them.
Yeah, exactly.
We hate them. And you know why, folks? I looked into this. So the communists, they went into the black community a long time ago, late 20s, early 30s, and said, man, oh man, are you guys oppressed? Did the same thing in the Soviet Union. You have to get one group say you're the oppressed and those are the oppressors, and they eventually you kill the oppressor for no other reason than the government can't handle them. And if you're a middle class person, you don't need the government. You're not taking their food, you're not taking their cheese, you're not taking their apartment, their health care, or anything. Because once you take that stuff, they own you.
Yes.
And you will live where they tell you to live. But you can't go after those who are self-sustaining. And that's why they get the poor to go after the not so poor.
It's a very simple formula, and it works.
It works. And you know what, though? I think one of the reasons it works, how many lessons on the evils of communism did you get in school?
None.
No. We heard the Nazis were bad.
Yeah.
No one talked about the communists. They were on our side.
Yeah.
Well, they were, but they were horrible people, too.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder if we shouldn't have maybe taken on Russia. And, well, actually, let Russia and Germany slug it out, which they did.
Yeah.
And then wait till they've all lost billions of men, and then take them both out.
That's a great point you make. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's always World War II. The Nazis were bad, and we never got into. Not until I got into college did I learn about Marxism and and luckily, I started off at a very liberal college, and I left because it was when we first started bombing Iraq under George W. Bush, and some of my teachers, they were all these big liberals. They were canceling classes to go protest the war. I'm like, I'm paying for them. I'm paying to be here, first of all.
Yeah.
And also, I don't agree with what they're protesting against, so I left that college, and I went to a Dominican school.
Mm-hmm.
And it was much more conservative, and they weren't able to indoctrinate me, which they were trying to do at the first school that I was at. I'm living proof of it. They were trying to do that. They were trying to make me go protest the war, and that's what they were built on.
You know, I used to be ashamed I didn't go to college. I mean, not to brag, I did go to community college for 2 years. Didn't graduate because that's for smarter people. But now I'm glad I did it.
Yeah,
because I was a liberal to begin with.
Absolutely. Oh, God knows what you would have become.
Oh, Tim Walz. Who needs testicles? Taking mine off. I'm sure one of our...
You would not have a penis if you went to college. I guarantee you would not have one right now.
It'd be gone. I'd go from an Audi to an innie. And I look how brave I am.
Yeah.
Look how brave I am. Now, I don't know if you heard this, but... so here's what's going on. We've seen a lot of people come out as trans over the past 10 years, right?
Yes.
And I've always said a lot of this is just number one, people starve for attention. Number two, and I've noticed almost every trans person I've met is a victimaholic.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't get enough victimy.
Yeah. You want my people dead. You don't want to see people like me walking in the streets. They're always victims. It's always, yeah.
You know what, though? I don't care about them. Look at that that's got to be some sort of sick narcissism. You want me to be dead. I don't, you mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
See that guy over there? Yeah, let him live his life. You live yours. But when they go after kids,
Yeah, exactly.
well, I find that to be repugnant.
Yeah, 100%. And like you said, I don't care about them. They walk by me. I'm like, oh, it's a little weird. I don't care. I don't want you to not walk the same street that I walk.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's a little weird. You probably think I'm a little weird. That's fine. That's
Yeah.
if we were all the same, that's boring.
It is boring.
Yeah.
But you're about as mag as they come. So what you're telling me, and I'm agreeing with you. We don't give a crap.
No, absolutely not.
But they never want to hear that.
They never want to hear. They get mad when I say no. I accept you. You're fine. I'm not gonna change my view and play games and stuff. But you're you, and I don't care. You walk by me, and I'm like, a little strange, but okay.
Yeah, we don't care, but they hate that.
Yeah.
So you and I know one of these Decepticons. I won't have to say who. I think you know who. And recently. No, actually, it wasn't. It was last year. Last year was, I know you hate me, and you want me to get, because I was writing articles about the violent transmobobs. Stop doing that. You're going to get people like me killed. All right, talk to your Decepticons. Have them stop raping kids.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to talk about it. Well, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
People need to know. Because remember, I was told that, these are peaceful people. And they just need a place to urinate where straight, toxic white men like you won't beat them up. I have found one instance, and it took a while. This is probably from about 6 months ago. Some transmobob in a high school goes in the men's room, and they beat the potato salad out of this dude. And I'm against that.
Yeah.
But you know what I found you know how Google says this search took 0.3 seconds? I found 15 kids molested in public restrooms by Decepticons.
Yep.
In 0.35 seconds. Mike, what is wrong with these people?
You want to be equal, hold it in all day and crap at home like the rest of us. That's what But that's what it is. And like you said, they think they should be held to a higher standard because they're the ones that need to be coddled in society.
Yep.
And that's not the case. And like even the one that you said, I see them. I see that person pretty often, and I couldn't be friendlier. But then it's like, once you disagree on something, oh, you hate me, you want me gone. I'm like, when did I ever say that?
I know. You know what?
How about you tell your alphabet friends to stop killing us because we have opinions?
Yeah. So funny you should say that. I'm looking at a couple of mass shootings here, Mike, at Christian schools. One Decepticon shot 3 adults and 3 9-year-old kids, and this other one shot almost 30 people. Almost all of them kids at that Christian school in Minnesota. And yet they run around saying, well, the left or the right is trying to genocide us. They're trying to genocide. I don't even know if you can use the word that way, can you?
I don't think they can.
They can. And you know what else?
They can identify as a verb, I think.
Yes. You know what else they do? Trump is disappearing people. And they got this in their little packet for the week when they all start saying it.
Yes.
Oh, that Trump is disappearing people. Got to be careful. Well, Mike, funny you should say all that because, and I agree with everything you're saying. Look at this, though. Look at this. There's a new study. And normally I don't like studies, but you got to check them out sometimes, see what they are.
Yes.
And what's going on is, you're going to find this shocking, I promise you. Fewer people identifying as Decepticons. Fewer people had a big thing. And they said fewer people are coming out as trans and queer. I don't even know what that means. I thought that always meant gay.
That's what I thought too. That's why I got in trouble in high school for calling kids queer.
I was on a show called Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
Right. Yes.
And I think they changed the name of that. Anyway, look at this. The number of young people identifying as transmobobs has been cut in. What's that? Oh, sorry. Has been cut in half.
Yeah.
Now, I've always said I think this is a fad. I think because there's a couple of them, but I've always said this is a fad, and I've written about it, and I'll tell you about it right after this.
All right.
the America First Ultra MAGA store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA store.
Gold and silver, it's God's money, and we all need it. Unfortunately, the whole precious metals industry is rigged in favor of the wealthy people. In fact, it's so complicated that 95% of all Americans don't own any precious metals. What the industry needed was a way for us to buy fractional units of precious metals, get free storage in a secure vault, have them insured, take physical possession of the metals, or instantaneously liquidate the assets at one of the highest buyback prices in the industry. Well, now there is. It's called a sound money account, and everybody needs one. With a membership, you can start buying gold and silver with as little as $1. Now that fits everyone's budget. Also, our members can gift gold and silver between each other in our Sound Money accounts. What a great way to pass on generational wealth. You'll be able to rest easier knowing you have the security and flexibility found in having your very own Sound Money account. Please scan the QR code or go to tafwsoundmoney.com to learn more. The America First Warehouse wants every American to have access to owning their very own precious metals.
Freddie Rubino here at the America First Warehouse. I'm inviting you to the live taping of the Not So Newlywed Show. Just click on the QR code right above my shoulder and you can get tickets. Live taping of the Not So Newlywed Show. Drinks, snacks, it's a great time. We'll see you there October 18th.
America First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're with my lovely friend, Mike Keegan, comedian, patriot. And where can we find you again, Mike?
You can find me on Facebook, Mike Keegan, or on Instagram, Keegan Comedy on Instagram. And I did live before. I do have a show this week. I forgot tomorrow night will be at La Bussola in Glen Cove telling some jokes. Yeah, it's a nice, very nice Italian restaurant.
Oh.
And, yeah, we're going to go there and tell some jokes.
All right. How can we get tickets?
You can get tickets by, you could just inbox me on Facebook or Instagram or just call up. I think you can just make reservations. Call up La Bussola in Glen Cove and just reserve some. I believe there's still some tickets left. So
there you go. And for you Italian people, it's spelled Keegan. All right? I say Italian because I can't spell your names. And I know it's not really Italian, but there are people in Michigan who say Italian. We had Italian food the other night.
Yeah, right.
And it never is Italian. It's, what's that crappy chain that everyone poops
Olive
on?
Garden.
Olive Garden.
Yes.
That's fancy Italian eating.
I love Olive Garden. I'm an Italian. I'm a 90% Italian. I love Olive Garden.
I got to be honest. I love it too. But you know the diehards are ugh.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh. So we're talking about all these transit bobs, and we're going to get into some videos soon. So Mike, how is it possible that the number of kids coming out as trans has been cut in half? And would I be accurate in saying half of these idiots were faking it for attention?
They were faking it. The party's over. You know what's happening? Your parents were away. They were on vacation. You were having a party at your house, and they're home, and the games stop. It was all games for attention. These kids need attention. Whatever. There's a certain percentage of them. Okay, to the side, but there's a lot of mental illness there also.
Absolutely. Now, here's the fun part. A lot of these kids started carving up their genitals and whatnot 15-year-old girls going under the knife and having their double mastectomies because they think they're dudes.
Yeah.
How? Now, all right. I got to be. I mean, your dad's Irish, my dad's Irish. Yeah. Well, if you came home and said, "Dad, I want to cut off my pecker," what would your Irish dad have said?
He would laugh at me and throw a beer in my face.
Yeah, absolutely. And then what if you came home going, "Oh, Dad, I cut off my pecker"?
he would absolutely murder me. Yeah. Absolutely murder me. He would just laugh his ass off if I told him I wanted to. If I actually did it, he would murder me. I'd never speak to him again.
Hilarious. Me too. Yeah. If my dad would laugh at me and go, "Yeah, you probably do." Like, yeah. What kind of beer does your dad drink? Because my dad would have thrown an empty Michelob bottle at me.
Yeah, he was a Coors Light guy.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. So, folks, the number of young people saying, "I'm a trans Bob," has been cut in half now, which tells both Mike and I, and we are specialists, by the way. We are specialists. This is garbage. This is completely not true. Like we said, a couple of them. But you know what, though? In the comedy industry, remember when everyone thought, "Oh, there's going to be a huge trans comic that's going to blow up," and all the agents and managers looking for the trans comic. Yeah. Got to get a trans comic. And how many of them blew up, Mike?
Zero.
Do
you know why? Because there's nothing funny about it, and they don't have acts, and all they talk about is being trans.
Yep.
It's any comic that only talks about one subject. You know, I could get up there and make fat jokes for 45 minutes, and it gets tired after 10 minutes. And all the trans comics that I know, all they do, their whole set is about being trans, and it's just, you know, people get it.
Now, folks, and Mike, you know this. Here's the thing about being a trans comic. So I'm doing this show, and it's with a trans comic from upstate. I'll tell you later. I don't want to. Blow up anyone's spot. Not that anyone looks at a trans.
Terry McNeely?
That's hilarious. No, but we're in the basement. We're having our free meal at this VFW, and this trans comic goes, "Kev, should I do my trans set here?" And right then we hear from upstairs, "I pledge allegiance to the flag," and I'm howling. I said, "I don't know what to tell you." "Yeah, go ahead. I don't know what to tell you." So it goes up. Actually only has 2.5 good jokes about being trans, and the rest is all what we call fluff.
Yeah.
Fluff is not funny.
Not funny. Exactly.
It's just filler. And goes on to have a really good set. And then a year later, complaining about the country folks, and I can't get ahead of the career. I said, "I watched you do well in front of country folks. Stop being a needy little victim."
Exactly. They don't want to do well. Them were probably upset that they did well because they couldn't complain that night that the country folks didn't accept them, and they did. We get it, like you said. We don't care. We're here. We're all having a good time. We're all people.
No, yep. But they need that hatred. They need that victim. "Well, they hated me." And I'll tell you this person opened up for Bill Burr once for no other reason than being trans.
Yeah.
And this person had an agent once, for no other reason than being trans, because everyone thought, we're going to have a trans comic blow up. And I saw gay comics dressing in drag going, "Oh, my name is Transia." Like, shut up. You're not Transia. You're Carl.
Yep.
You're still Carl. All right, let's do some videos, Mike.
Sure.
Folks, I'm going to tell you, some of these are like tater tots. You can't have just one. Let's do video number 2, please. Video number 2, it says Antifa punched. Let's watch this. Look at this. All right, there she is, taking a little shot. Here comes a real man.
That's
my eyeshadow.
Like you said before, who's going to win in a fight? The person who punches like a 3-year-old girl?
Yep. Look at that. Holy moly. Wow. I love this in slow motion so we can enjoy it a little longer.
Oh, my God. Just rocked in the face.
Yes, that's what happens now that we can fight back. They're learning, hey, maybe duking it out with MAGA, or MAGA. In Michigan, we say MAGA is not such a good idea. Let's do number 3, please. 2 angles. Watch this. Watch this. And look at this person is so entitled. Just standing there with that camera in some guy's face. Oh! Now here's another angle. Boom! Oh! Look, you're tipping over the heater, man.
And that's the F around find out. And they're finding out now.
I love that guy fell back and hit his hand on the heater. What are the odds of that? That's just beautiful. We could watch that all day. I love these.
That's beautiful.
These never get old. Let's do number 4 again. It says again on there. Antifa again. Look at this. All right, watch. Oh!
That was like a cartoon.
Yeah, can we see that one again? Watch. Look, he's trying to get away because he just did something stupid.
Yep.
And then, boom!
What?
Oh, God!
Decleated. They used to call it decleating when I played football. Take them right out of I think their shoes were still where they were standing.
You know, folks, now that and I'm not giving you any ideas, don't go be violent. That's not what I'm saying, but now that we can defend ourselves.
Yeah, don't take their crap anymore.
Exactly. That once upon a time, if you did that, if you punched one of these Decepticons, you would go to jail.
It's a hate crime.
A hate crime.
Yeah.
And look at Nick Sorter, the journalist in Portland. He got bopped by Antifa, and they arrested him.
Yeah.
They arrested, and he goes, here's the sick part. They didn't, not only did they not arrest Antifa, he goes, but I was in jail overnight. No one else came in. The entire town of Portland didn't lock up one criminal.
Nope. That's your criminal? Portland is the guy? Yeah, exactly.
The guy
that's getting attacked by a domestic terrorist. That's your criminal.
Yep. All right, now let's do this one. Number 5. This guy's my hero. Watch his cigarette. Right there, cigarette guy. Watch him. He's got a frying pan. Oh! Wow. The cigarette never falls out of his mouth.
That's impressive.
I love that. And
that's impressive.
And he's going after, like, I don't know what they are. I don't know if they're like jihadi daddy, trans jihadi daddies. Can we watch that one again? Why are they wearing pink?
Trans daddies?
Yeah, look at these jihadi daddies wearing pink. Let's watch that one again. And look at the smile on his face as he fights. Oh, that's the end of it. Watch, he just has such a great smile. And look, the cigarette never comes out. But let's watch him bop those two. Let's watch from the beginning,
and please. A frying pan, like a 1950s Bugs Bunny commercial cartoon.
Yes, it's amazing. Because this guy, look, he's going to have a smoke. He's going to make your breakfast. But first, boom! Wow. Oh! And the sound effect is so pleasing.
I feel like you should say like bam and pow.
Yeah. You know, Mike, I think you and I should go out and do a little gang fighting. We should wear pink.
That's right.
Cover our faces in pink. Man, I'll tell you, something about the color pink sounds great when it hits a frying pan.
That's right.
But he's smirking.
Yeah.
He's smirking.
He's just the short order cook that doesn't take any crap.
Exactly. That's what happens when you go into a Waffle House at 4 a.m. All right, folks, we've got one more segment with my wonderful friend Mike Keegan. We'll be right back.
All right.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
Gold and silver, it's God's money, and we all need it. Unfortunately, the whole precious metals industry is rigged in favor of the wealthy people. In fact, it's so complicated that 95% of all Americans don't own any precious metals. What the industry needed was a way for us to buy fractional units of precious metals, get free storage in a secure vault, have them insured, take physical possession of the metals, or instantaneously liquidate the assets at one of the highest buyback prices in the industry. Well, now there is. It's called a sound money account, and everybody needs one. With a membership, you can start buying gold and silver with as little as $1. Now that fits everyone's budget. Also, our members can gift gold and silver between each other in our Sound Money accounts. What a great way to pass on generational wealth. You'll be able to rest easier knowing you have the security and flexibility found in having your very own Sound Money account. Please scan the QR code or go to tafwsoundmoney.com to learn more. The America First Warehouse wants every American to have access to owning their very own precious metals.
Freddie Rubino here at the America First Warehouse. I'm inviting you to the live taping of the Not So Newlywed Show. Just click on the QR code right above my shoulder and you can get tickets live taping of the Not So Newlywed Show. Drinks, snacks, it's a great time. We'll see you there October 18th.
America First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed, because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country.
Oh, really?
All right, folks. Final segment. Boom. We're having fun. I'm here with my wonderful friend and fellow MAGA comedian, Mike Keegan, right here.
God bless America.
God bless America. Man, are we fortunate to live in this country that is right now infested with communists. But as you can see, Trump's taking them out any way he can. And we got a guy with a frying pan. He's taking them out two at a time, especially with the pink hijab, or how do you say it? Is that what you call it?
Hijab.
Hijab.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure I think those were men.
I think there were men.
I mean, like real men. Now, you know what I hate? When they say, well, there's a biological male on the women's team. No, it's a dude.
Yeah.
There's only one type of male, biological.
Yeah.
There's nothing else. There's no. I think when they say that, what they're saying is, yeah, we understand that transgender is a real thing. And look, I don't care, man. Shave your willy down, and that's fine. Live your life. You can play make believe, but you can't make us play make believe.
Exactly.
You can't do that. And I know that this is a communist tactic. It's in the book 1984, where they say 2 + 2 = 5, and until you admit it, we're going to beat you or something like that.
That's right.
Okay, it's 5. It's 5. Yeah, that's a woman over there, just like my mom.
Until you admit it, you're a Nazi.
Right. Now we've got one more video left. This one, I'm going to let you know, folks, right now. I got this off of Pornhub. This is kind of my jam. Let's take it away.
Let me get a 3-piece with the extra crispy and 2 biscuits on the side. You got it. Would you like a drink?
There you go. Look at that. Salad Dodger down. Salad Dodger down.
That floor was racist.
The floor was racist. That's brilliant. The floor did that to me.
Yes.
I like that she's going for the extra biscuit.
That's right, exactly.
And you know, God does work in mysterious ways. And God was just letting her know, don't take the extra biscuit.
Yeah.
Don't take the extra biscuit. We're here with my lovely friend, Mike Keegan. How many MAGA comics would you say? And when I say MAGA comics, I don't mean those joking around. Mm-hmm. I mean those who are in it to win it. Would you say are on Long Island?
A dozen, maybe? If that. If that. There's a lot of fence sitters, I call them.
Yep.
But maybe half a dozen, maybe not even. Maybe not even a dozen.
Absolutely, folks. I'll tell you right now. If you know what, I'm giving you permission. If you're going to see a comedy club or going to see a comedy show, even if we've never met, feel free to send me a message. Say, hey, I'm going to see this person. Is this person funny or not?
Yeah, exactly. I am totally open with telling you how that person's going to be. Because you know what? They might go to that show and it's terrible, and they'll never come to a comedy show. And they'll never come to one of our shows.
Exactly.
I'm very open and transparent with who you're going to see at a comedy club.
You know, when my parents were alive, my dad sends me a text message. He goes, who is Lisa Lampanelli, and why am I paying $60 to see her? And I call him up, and I go, Pop, what are you doing? He goes, well, my friend had tickets, and he can't go, so I said I'd buy them. I said, all right. I said, you know, your son's been doing comedy for, at the time, I think it was like 27 years. I said, why wouldn't you call me?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, he's in a rough spot. And I said, well, you're going to go. And she's going to make fun of. She's going to do like a bad Don Rickles thing.
Yes.
She's going to make fun of gay men, and they're going to go crazy and pay her to do it. You notice now, though, if you did that act, what would happen if you came out and said, "Oh, look at these homos," like she did?
Yeah, you're canceled.
You're canceled. Canceled right. You know what though? Give it 2 years, she could probably work again.
Yeah, exactly. It's coming back around. Exactly. Yeah.
Oh man, absolutely. Mike, we've got so much. We're not going to get to everything, but it's probably better that we don't get to everything. I always like to over-prepare.
Exactly.
I like to over-prepare before I go to a gig. Now, as you know, like a big peace deal between Israel and Hamas, is it going to last?
I think so. I think ultimately it's not going to be what we ideally view as a peace deal with them.
Right.
But it's going to go a long way. It's going to be a lot better.
I think, you know what, I thought at first there's no way this lasts. Then I found out Trump got almost the entire Middle East in on the deal.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is. Also, they don't have the Saudi backing, and we blew up what we took the Iran nuclear facility out.
Yep.
So they don't have that to rely on. So they realize, all right, you know what? We hate Jews, but we also hate getting blown up, and that's what's going to happen.
And we like making money and drinking and chasing broads.
Yeah.
As much as they pretend they don't, they do.
Yeah, exactly.
I promise you they do. Life is always better when Trump has said, look, you can die or you can hang out and live your life and have fun.
Yeah. It's not just the people around you dying anymore. It's actually going to be you.
Yeah.
And that's the difference now. That's why it's going to the tables turned.
Yep. And did you notice? So you know how they were saying they're trying to genocide the Palestinians, genocide them. They're going to genocide. Look at all that. Now that the war's over, who's Hamas killing?
They're killing Palestinians.
They're killing Palestinians.
Yeah,
no
exactly.
trial.
Yeah. But you don't see any more Free Palestine signs.
No. You know what, though? You know what's funny? They're still going to protest for Palestine. Why are they doing that, folks? I've said it 100 times. I'll happily say it again. Remember, when the leftists are on the rampage, the issue is never the issue. The issue is always the revolution. How can we take over the world? Yeah. So they stood, and remember, they go, we want a ceasefire in Gaza. And Trump's like, okay. And they're like, Free Palestine?
Okay.
For the record, Israel pulled out of Palestine in 2005. That was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So these people are way behind. They're just shockingly stupid. Shockingly stupid people who just yell whatever you tell them. Some of their chants are so gay. Have you heard them? And they're just like, you should leave Palestine. You should leave Palestine. Israel's no friend of mine. Shut up.
Yes.
Oh,
there was one I saw the other day. I wish I could remember it. It would have been so funny right now, but I'll get back to you guys.
Yeah.
There's so many gay ones.
These monkeypox chats. They're just yelling stupid. It's just embarrassing. Get yourself a poet or something. You idiot. Now, folks, if you listen to my radio show, and I hope you do, it's every Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. You can go to linewsradio.com. You can listen to it worldwide there. I've been talking about my little Facebook fight with Jimmy Kimmel's sister, Jill Kimmel. Jill Kimmel. And what happened was she shut up, Tony. My brother's been fighting for the First Amendment for 10 years. So I put a picture of him where it's him in a suit, and the next one is him in blackface. And in big letters, a headline, it says, Kimmel apologizes for donning blackface. And I said to her, yep, your brother's been fighting for his First Amendment right to apologize for being a racist. And you're not going to believe this, Mike, I got blocked.
I cannot believe it.
I know.
Somebody took their ball and went home on the left?
They took their ball and went.
They don't do that.
Oh, man. They, you know what? Why do they think they're right?
And they get proven wrong every time.
Every time.
Like my favorite part was the beginning of that argument, which I texted you about, when she said, Kevin Downey Jr., how stupid could you be? And you said, ask your brother. He believes Antifa's not real. We just spent an hour proving Antifa's real.
Yeah, they're bleeding all over the place.
Yeah.
And you know what I learned today? We should do a little piece called What Have We Learned? Here's what I learned today. That you can cook a delicious breakfast, have a cigarette, and still beat the potato salad.
I love it.
Out of Antifa men wearing pink hijabs.
Yes.
And smiling. You know, folks, if you know who that guy is, please have him contact me.
Oh, I would love it. That's what it is. It's saying during the break, it's so effortless now. It's effortless for us. You know, now we're allowed to fight back, and they realize, oh, these guys, like, you know, they could fight.
Yep. And you know what, folks? Now, I'm not telling you what to do, but if I leave here and there's a bunch of, Antifa skanks, and they surround my car, I'm not sure I'm going to stop.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not sure, because we've seen, especially during the BLM riots, I saw people getting pulled out of their cars.
Yeah, Reginald Denny during Rodney King. You know, that's not going to be me.
No, not going to be me. And remember, folks, they didn't care about George Floyd. Remember, the issue is never the issue. The issue is always a revolution. They just wanted to burn stuff.
Yep. But
now look at this. The lib media has joined Jimmy Kimmel, and even though they've talked about Antifa, people, these Operation Mockingbird morons are saying Antifa's not real. And then there's this great article from the Post Millennial. It says, who is it? It's someone named, her last name is Gonzalez, and she's I think she's with CNN, and she's saying, well, this never happened. And what is it?
I said that tracks.
Yeah. And Antifa's not real. And then they cut to her from a year ago going, so Antifa tangled with the Proud Boys the other night. He said, wait, you just said they're real. How stupid do they think we are?
Yeah.
Mike Keegan, we've got a minute 51. How stupid does the left think we are?
They think we're extremely stupid because they contradict themselves over and over and over, and then they continue to contradict themselves and think that we don't catch on every single time and call them out on it.
Yep, and I think every time, you know what, I'm telling you, folks, I think Jimmy Kimmel has done more to hurt the Democratic Party in the past month, if not the past year, because whatever he's selling, no one's buying anymore.
Yeah.
You can't take a dump on Trump. And because, look, everything's going Trump's direction. Every state pulled further to the right than they have in recent history. Trump won every swing state, the popular vote. It's clearly Trump time. And they're still making fun. It's like doing your Nixon jokes now.
Yeah.
Well,
and then they're trying to say that, oh, well, Biden was this close to negotiating that peace deal. No, he wasn't. He was this close to not shitting in his pants at the Vatican.
See, I think he did drop a crab cake in his trousers talking to the Pope. I've always thought he did.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then he cut the cheese in front of it was King Charles now. He was Prince Charles at the time, and she was just going around talking about how long it was. He just like, wah.
Yeah, that's right.
Ever like. You know, Sunday
that's
morning.
The guy that was about to negotiate and broker this peace deal? Come on.
Yeah. I've walked past my parents' bedroom Sunday morning when they get to sleep in after a night of, beer and everything, and wonk. I was like, yeah, he's dropping a daddy tune right there. That's what he's doing. Mike, thank you so much for coming on, man.
Thank
Real
you very
pleasure.
much, Kevin.
We got 21 seconds. Tell people once again where they can find you. You got a gig this weekend?
Yep, got a gig this weekend. Tomorrow night, it's Thursday. I'm going to be at La Bussola in Glen Cove. Just inbox me for tickets or call the restaurant. Next weekend, I'll be Friday night at the Pantry Diner in Rockville Center. And Saturday, I'm doing a show for Sober Living at the Life Church in Levittown.
All right.
And that you can inbox me for tickets.
Be free, stay free. See you again.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me get a 3-piece with the extra crispy and